guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. So today I have the Lakeside collection from Bath & Body Works here for you. Finally got all of my order in completely, and I've just now started filming it. I know that I'm really late. A lot of people already do have reviews, and especially Little Ball Deer, she's already got her burning review videos going and talks more in depth about them burning, so definitely check her out. But I'm just kind of featuring the ones that are in that collection in case for some reason you are really behind like me and you didn't even know they had them, or you just haven't got around to it, or you just want to hear a little more about it. But this is the Lakeside collection, with like the straggler one that's hidden up there, Southern Magnolia. So I just wanted to kind of read some of the notes that are in it for you guys and just kind of give you my quick little take on it. It is kind of a pitiful collection, I'm not going to lie. It's had a lot of hate going on, and I do have to, there's a couple of them that I do like. I will admit there's a couple of them I'd probably repurchase, but for the most part, I would never probably get more than one of some of these. So I'll just start off by talking about Watermelon Lemonade. This was one I was so excited about. The label was cute. I love lemonade. I love any flavor of lemonade, mixed drinks, things like that that just are lemonades. Love them so much. So when I saw this, I thought it was just another perfect sweet scent, but it's really kind of flat and watery down, flavored, scented. The notes that are in it are watermelon ice, sparkling water, and freshly squeezed Meyer lemons. And, you know I compare stuff a lot. When you think of something like Yankees Juicy Watermelon, that is a perfect watermelon fragrance. It's strong, it's in your face, it's wonderful. This one, you can tell that it like fell just short. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a little bit different. It's not pure watermelon. It's supposed to be like a lemonade. But it's so weak. It really is. It smells more of just watermelon flavored gum to me. It doesn't necessarily smell like, you know, a very sweet melon. It's just like, it just smells like the way gum tastes to me. So, this is one that I'm really curious for the burn to see how well it performs and also how well the throw may come off of it. But going by the cold sniff, it's really just not impressive at all. And then we have Strawberry Picnic, another one that would seem very exciting right off the bat, but I really feel falls in the underwhelming category. The notes for it are red ripe strawberries, wild raspberries, and sweet buttercream frosting. So you automatically assume this with other strawberry buttercream fragrances or things that are just sweet of that nature, but it's not. It is my least favorite of any kind of fragrance out there right now that has the strawberry and like the cream to it. It's definitely very weak. Like, I have to literally put my nose almost to the wax to smell anything. So it is kind of disappointing. It's very weak. It just smells like a very dull artificial strawberry scent to me. So this one is probably one that, unless it just for some reason has the greatest throw on planet Earth, it's not going to be repurchased and it could possibly just go back. So I'm really sad about that one. I was really looking forward to anything strawberry. I love the fruit fragrances this time of year, getting into spring and summer, and that one just really broke my heart. It really did. So now this is one of my actual favorites, which is Boathouse Row. It really does smell like a man's cologne. I've been hearing all about it, and just hearing how people compare it to different men's colognes, and they are spot on. This one is perfect. The notes in it are moss, sage, and bay leaves, and it definitely holds true to the notes in it. It's very musky, very manly. It's wonderful, and I love the color of the wax. Like, just such a manly green, I swear. This one's to die for. It really reminds me of like when my husband takes a shower, you know, that Axe, or I don't even know what he uses anymore, but just that men's body wash and that steam in the room gets, and it just smells so good and it lingers, is what it totally makes me think of. I love this one, and if it throws any well as it smells cold, then I will definitely be rebuying that one. Then we have Dockside. Now the labels are actually a little cute, I will give it that. I mean, the font's kind of boring. But I do like these very earthy, typical pictures. This one has fresh water, citrus zest, and aquatic flowers. This one to me is very aquatic flowers, but it's not very coastal, like you kind of associate a lot of these aquatic scents. Like, I know I do this a lot, but like with Yankees, you have the coastal waters, or ocean breeze, or turquoise sky and stuff that are very aquatic. This one is a little different. I guess it is the the citrus to it. Now, of course, fresh water is not exactly going to alter it very much, but it does smell pretty good. This one falls in the middle for me because it's not one I hate, but it's not one I could rave about like Boathouse Row. So it's kind of in the middle. It's one of those I'm definitely going to have to see how I feel after I've let it burn for a short little bit. But that one it's a pretty scent. It's nothing super special, but it is kind of pretty, so I do like that. Then we have Summertime S'mores, which is a poor man's Marshmallow Fireside. I really wish they would have just repackaged it. I wouldn't have cared, because Marshmallow Fireside, as we all know, is one of the best scents, and to me, it doesn't scream fall. I wish they didn't just sell it in the fall. I wish they would have just slapped a s'more picture on there and called it a day, but they didn't. So this one is technically roasted marshmallow, crackling campfire, rich creamy vanilla. No. Like little Balladeer would say, no. To me, this candle is so weak in comparison, and if they didn't have Marshmallow Fireside already out, I would have a very, very different opinion right now, but because that stands out in my mind, it's going to be too hard to beat. This one, I mean, it doesn't really have a vanilla marshmallow scent to me to it. It just has more of, just kind of, I mean, I could smell the little bit of vanilla. I feel like it's very faint. I feel like they were just trying to go more for the campfire effect to it rather than the sweetness, which with Campfire Cookout, another one in here, it's kind of hard to make them compete against one another. So I really am bummed about this one. It's worth a try like all of them, but I don't see it living up to my expectations like Marshmallow Fireside does. Then there's the actual Lakeside candle. This one is like Dockside to me. It falls in the middle because it's not a love or hate one. The notes in it are fresh water, sheer musk, and perfect pop of citrus. I definitely get the water. No. Okay, so it's definitely musk. It's more musk than anything. A little bit I get the citrus and the after smell of it. It's weird. And this one's been the hardest one for me to try to describe. And I know I'm not the best person. I try to pick things people are very familiar with or other candles that are out there so you can compare it to. But this one doesn't really... Yeah, it's just kind of in the middle. And the one thing I'm a little bummed about is how short. And this is the only one I've noticed so far at how short the wick is. So I'll give it a try. I don't see it going over very well though, so I may have to return it. And if it should smell really pretty and make it to the permanent collection, then I will consider buying another one if the wicks are, you know, on average length like these are here. I mean, these are like, you know, decent sized wicks, but those were really short and I just noticed it. But the good thing is I noticed the wax pool's a little bit like taller in it, so I don't know, maybe they actually just overflowed it a tad bit too much. Then we have Forest Trail. This one's actually quite good too to me. I like this as much as Boathouse Row because I do love the woodsy fragrances, because the notes in this one is redwood trees, cedar leaves, eucalyptus, and a hint of wild berries. Now, I don't get like the berries at all to this. It smells like a purely cedar type fragrance to me. Now, not so much like if you were building furniture with cedar, that beautiful fresh lumber kind of scent to it, but it's a very faint version of it, which I think for a candle is actually kind of appropriate, because you technically don't want a candle to just smell like fresh cut lumber. So to me, it's mainly the cedar and eucalyptus. I don't get the berries or necessarily the redwood trees. It's a very eucalyptus and cedar. This one, it makes it very pretty to me. It's a very tolerable outdoors fragrance for my taste, my personal taste. Every person is different, you know, everybody knows that, so I can't say, you know, wonderful or terrible, but for me it's a very pretty woodsy scent that I think I could repurchase this one. Now, Campfire Cookout, I know, is very, very hated by everyone I've seen on here, and it makes sense because it's very different. Now, this one does smell so much like Yankee Candle's Emberlight, it's kind of ridiculous. This one, the notes are technically mesquite, wood chips, clove, and crackling fire. And the main thing that I get from this one... Now, my husband and I do our fair share of camping because I do live in the South, and we don't have city life here. So that means that a lot of things that we do are very recreational. So, like, I understand the Lakeside collection in general because I live in the South, and I know what a lot of these fragrances were inspired from, and that's what we do for fun most of the time. So, I can kind of pinpoint if something's rather accurate or not as far as camping in the South goes. This one smells to me like when we do have a fire going, the smoke that sticks to your clothing, like, you know, it's like cigarettes are. Cigarettes smell very different when someone is smoking one versus one that sticks to your clothes and you get home and it smells awful. It's just like that. It smells like the smoke that sticks to my jacket every time I'm camping, and when I go home the next day and I'm going to clean home, and you get that whiff and you just want to instantly throw it in the washing machine. Like, that is exactly what Campfire Cookout smells to me. It's very interesting, and I hate that it kind of fell flat like it did, but again, I'll at least try it once. Worst case scenario, he can be returned. I will give it a try, but I don't really have hopeful you know, emotions about it. I think it's going to be very disappointing. And to round it off, I have Wildflower Valley. Now, this one, again, is one that I think is very pretty. It's very genuine to it. The actual notes are a bouquet of poppies, meadow grass, and fresh air. So, fresh air, yeah, what is that? Because of smog these days, nobody knows what fresh air smells like. So it definitely just smells like poppies and meadow grass to me. It has a very pretty floral scent because it's not overwhelming to me. Like I've mentioned before, I can't stand those strong lilac, hydrangea type fragrances. I do love some lavender, which is soft. I love very soft florals. I've mentioned that before. So this one fits that category very perfectly. It's not nauseating to me. It's a very sweet feminine fragrance. Perfect for the spring. Completely perfect. This is one that I do hope can make it to the permanent collection because I do love that one. And this is my random guy. I was trying to round out to an even number. So they did have Southern Magnolia left. And I love this one. Again, because I'm not a floral fan. This one, the notes that are in it is magnolias, obviously. Honeysuckle and a hint of Georgia peach. And I think it's the peach that really gives it that something different. Something very beautiful to it. Because it's got that hint of citrus to it. Well, not citrus, but peach, I mean. I don't know why I keep saying. I guess because everything has citrus right now. But I do love this one. It's such a very beautiful, sweet, and peach kind of fragrance. Not quite what you would expect from it. This is one I really hope can make, because this is the label of what their kind of permanent collection is. I really hope this one makes it because it's so beautiful, and I absolutely love it. And I would definitely repurchase that one 50 times over because I love it so much. So, sorry if I don't make sense. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, I'm an idiot and I just don't know how to explain things. I've just never been the greatest person at explaining fragrances, but you know, like I said, I try to pick stuff you guys have heard of or you know in your mind what it smells like. But this is one of those collections you really just have to smell it for yourself because some are disappointing, some are great, but it could be very different for person to person. So I definitely encourage giving it a shot. I know it's going to be a few months before it's even in stores, if we even know which ones would make it. So that is a very tricky call to make. But they're still in test stores, so definitely give it a try if it's something you're into. If you like these test store orders, you want to do them yourself. If you need help or phone numbers, just let me know and I can help you as much as possible. And as always, guys, comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see all you guys later. Bye!